Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here, and it's time to take a look at the new phone from Honor 7X. They sent it over early. This is a pre-production model, but I want to give you a first look at it and also talk about its price point because it is at $200 and you get some pretty promising specs on this phone: an all-metal design, a 1080p full view display, dual cameras, and more. So let's go and open up this box, see what's inside real quick, give some first impressions. Let's get started. Let's get started. Here is the Honor 7X. Taking a look at the back, highlighting the full view display, camera, and 3340 milliamp hour battery. So let's go ahead and open it up, and you'll see right away you do have the phone itself in some packaging. We're going to set this to the side for now, so I want to go ahead and show you real quick what's in the box. You have a SIM ejection tool right there, a little different design to one, but pretty cool. You also do have your adapter and USB type A to micro USB charging cable. Setting that one to the side, it looks like nothing there and nothing there, so that's about it. Let's grab the phone and take it out of its packaging. There's that. And on the front you'll see we do have a screen protector. Always satisfying, but let's go ahead and take a close look. Down at the bottom you have a headphone jack, micro USB cable, and a microphone and speaker. Looking along the right side is where the volume rockers and power button is. I'm going to press and hold that power button, start to boot up that phone, and while it boots up, continue on. Up at the top, absolutely nothing but the microphone. On the right side here is your SIM slot and expandable storage, so you can expand that with a micro SD card. And then flipping it over on the back here is where that dual camera system is, and a fingerprint scanner on the back. Down at the bottom just says Honor. And then let's go ahead and flip it to the front. Give you a close look at the front, with the top being sensors, front-facing camera, and earpiece. So here's a first look at what Honor is calling their full view display, a 5.93 inch 2160 by 1080 resolution. So it does have an 18:9 aspect ratio, so it seems like a lot of phones are going that route, but I'm going to actually skip through the startup and only talk about anything that's out of the ordinary. They offer an option for data transfer from Huawei device, other Android device, or iOS device. There's also fingerprint touch controls to answer a call, take photo, stop alarm, show notification panel, and browse your photos, all by swiping on that rear fingerprint scanner. Let's go ahead and set up that rear fingerprint scanner. I'm just going to set my finger down on the back. You'll see it gives you a bit of a heat map of where it wants you, what part of your finger it wants you to use. Now let's just go ahead and complete it with the edges. Successfully enrolled, very quick. You can rename it. I'm going to hit OK. You can also go ahead and go into settings and add more if you'd like to, but it says EMUI, which is their skin over Android. Let's go ahead and get started. Should take us directly to that home screen. Pretty colorful background right out of the box, and there we go, loaded on up with their home launcher. And you'll see they did enable the app drawer by default, but as always in my unboxing videos, first of all I would like to go into the memory and storage so you can see how much storage is free. So out of the box you have 19.85 gigs out of the 32 gigs, and of course I would like to mention this is pre-release software, so that could potentially change on launch. I would like to jump back into settings, scroll down, go to About Phone. You'll see EMUI version 5.1, Android version 7.0, and it does have a Kirin 659 processor, which is made by Huawei, and 3 gigabytes of RAM. On the back they have a 16 megapixel and 2 megapixel rear camera, which apparently is supposed to give it DSLR depth effects. So let's go ahead and load up that camera app. I do want to go ahead and unlock it with my fingerprint, which was actually very quick. Let's do that again. Very snappy, one more time. Quick and easy. So let's go ahead and load up that camera app for the first time. Swipe right to select a camera mode. Swipe left for settings. No GPS tag for me. But first of all, let's just go ahead and snap a couple pictures. Okay, seems pretty quick right out of the box. I do want to go ahead and you'll see up at the top here, you can select this, and this is the wide aperture mode, and you can kind of change the aperture level to your liking. I can turn that off, and then you have an option here for moving pictures, which is kind of like live photos on iOS. Swiping over to the left, and you have a Pro Photo mode and a Pro Video mode. So pretty excited to kind of give this a test, where you can change white balance, a ton of different things. You can press the X here and it switches back, and then you can jump into HDR, Pro Photo mode, and do all the same sort of edits. Anyways, more on the camera coming soon, so make sure you do click that subscribe button so you're notified of future videos on the Honor 7X. Of course, with the EMUI skin, you get some additional features with the operating system. You can change the navigation keys. You can have a drop down. You can switch that back button to the bottom right, which I actually like doing. Let's go ahead and jump into display settings as well, where you can change your color temperature to your specific liking, and they have a couple presets that you can try out. And then view mode, very interesting. You have a bunch of different options where you can actually change it to medium, a little bit smaller, or all the way small. I'm going to change this to medium, and it looks like it's going to need to reboot the phone to actually apply that. Okay, so all rebooted, things should look just a little bit smaller, a little more condensed. You can add more to the display now that it's just a little bit smaller, and that's just a personal preference of mine. Let's go ahead and look through some other options. Of course, that Fingerprint ID had a bunch of things such as show notification panel, which is a really good gesture I like. You'll see I just swipe down in that fingerprint scanner, don't even have to touch the display, and you can pull it down and actually throw that notification panel back up. Finally, you do have some smart assistants, floating dock, one-handed UI. You have some motion controls, some double tap screen off gestures, or flip to mute. And that's pretty much just about it. That is everything I wanted to talk about for now on the Honor 7X. So looks to be very promising at that $200 price point. Really curious to hear what you have to say about this device. So be sure to drop a comment down below. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.